Voice acting is one of the most important things when it comes to making a cartoon. The voice actor gives the character its voice. And if done well, you have an iconic voice to go on. But, of course, more often than not, there will be a voice acting role that will surprise you. Which is why we are counting down the top 5 most interesting voice roles. Now, the only rule is it gotta be from one TV show each. But other than that, let us begin.
Who am I? I have a right to know. Who am I? Am I friend or foe?
I think it's no secret that if you know voice actors, you know Tara Strong. It is undoubtable how amazing this girl does. Time after time after time, she's been making voices for all those characters out there. But it's nice to see how the person started. And let's just say in Tara's case, her career started with one little cat. That is right, before becoming a kid with magical powers to a superhero to a purple horse, she was the voice of one of the most famous sort of cats out there. Strangely enough, we never really talk about it as much. The one thing I found was her in an interview talking about it.
And my first audition for a cartoon series was Hello Kitty when I was 13, and I booked it. And I can still do the voice if y'all want to hear it.
Hello Kitty's Fairy Tale Theater is proud to present The Wizard of Oz.
But anyways, dudes, the whole point of the show was pretty much just Hello Kitty and her friends go around being parodies of fairy tales and popular movies. Whether it being Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, or even Jaws, or even a Star Wars parody. And while I would make the joke about how the Hello Kitty story itself is so much better than the Star Wars sequels trilogy altogether, that would have been too easy. And going with the voice acting, at the time when she was 14, she did a pretty good job at the Hello Kitty voice role. She expresses the personality of a cheerful person perfectly. If you guys really want to check the show out, the entire first season is on YouTube. What else can I say? It's a show that belongs to a girl with 1,000 voices.
Who am I? I have a right to know. Who am I? Am I friend or foe?
MLP guest voices always had a surprising appearance. Whether it's William Shatner saying he's a brony in the show, or your favorite Music Man becoming a pony dude. But out of all of them, I choose this one for our comedic ears.
Thing ever! Now this is something that only a true fan can appreciate.
They even put the tiles in the right order.
Good catch. Oh, I'm Quibblepants. Nice to meet you.
Rainbow Dash. Nice costume.
You too.
Thanks. The hard part was figuring out the right number of arrow holes.
Because on page 84 of Sapphire Stone, it describes her dodging a, quote, score of arrows shooting forth from holes in the very walls, unquote. But then, on page 107, Daring Do says she, quote, barely made it past the trap's barrage of arrows, unquote. But clearly, Daring Do is embellishing, and the correct number of arrows is 20!
You see, Quibblepants' character is someone who loves Daring Do, just like Rainbow Dash, so that's how they become friends. His only problem with Daring Do is how illogical the books became.
That's weird. We've only done stuff from the first trilogy. After lunch, we should probably start working our way back through the other books.
Whoa. There are no other books.
Of course there are. Daring Do and the Trek of the Terrifying Towers, Daring Do and the Many Faces.
Please don't. Just don't even mention the titles. I'm not saying those books don't exist. I'm saying that I refuse to acknowledge them.
Why?
Because they're horrible! I mean, there isn't a single thing after Ring of Destiny that is even remotely in the realm of the possible.
What? I know for a fact that everything in every one of those books is 100% possible.
And how could you possibly know that?
I just do.
Well, that's a compelling argument.
Why would you even come to this convention if you hate Daring Do so much?
I don't hate Daring Do. The first series was smart and cool and an amazing nod to old-time serialized adventure books that somehow manages to be self-reflexive and ironic while at the same time celebrating the art form without a hint of cynicism. Which is why I came here to ask A.K. Yearling, muzzle to muzzle, why she sold out and dumbed down the rest of her books and ended just a series of impossible action sequences.
Okay, now I know you're crazy. A.K. Yearling is awesome, and every Daring Do book that comes out is better than the last.
Wow. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, but I could never be friends with some pony who's willing to believe impossible stuff is possible as long as Daring Do does it.
That's okay, because I could never be friends with some pony who's so focused on things being possible that he's willing to turn his back on the coolest hero of all time.
Fine.
Fine.
The only other thing you need to know is that the character got married, which kind of renders the sipping and other things pointless. Anyway, I think the reason I found this one the most interesting is how in depth he goes into My Little Pony itself. To the point where he talks about My Little Pony up to his 6th season. Up to the point where the dude talks about My Little Pony all the way up to season 6. The last thing I can say is, there's no quibble about this voice.
Who am I? I have a right to know. Who am I friend?
I think right now everybody knows the movie Full Metal Jacket. It was thanks to one dude who made it all popular. That dude being General Husband, played by the late great Ali. And let's face it, every popular quote you know from the movie came from him.
You, John Wayne? Is this me?
Who said that? Who the fuck said that? Who's the slimy little communist shit twinkle-toed cocksucker down here who just signed his own death warrant? Nobody, huh? The very fucking godmother said it. I'm fucking standing. I will PT you all until you fucking die. I'll PT you until you're asshole for sucking buttermilk.
Now, of course, after a performance like that, he will get other roles, especially in voice acting. Now, what surprised me the most was how his entire voice played the exact same character. Guys, I know this is a little cheating because this guy's been many different voice roles. But then again, I couldn't conquer the fact of how many voices he actually did. Even if they're all the same character of the Stray Army Man. Whether it's the toys of a thing that everybody knows, or the bunny from the cartoon so nobody knows. It's undoubtable to know that when there's a General Sergeant in your cartoon, he's bound to be played by him. The only thing I have left to say here is this guy has served his cartoon voices well. And may he rest in peace.
Who am I? I have a right to know. Who am I friend?
The next person on this list might turn your life upside down. No character has been given more love than the character Uncle Phil in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel-Air. In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spent most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all shooting some b-ball outside of the school. When a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got in one little fight and my mom got scared and said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel-Air."
Yes, this is my favorite part. Ashley, honey, this is possibly the most beautiful music ever written. Would someone turn it up for me, please?
Jazz, crank it up for me.
Oh, yes, listen, darling. Listen to the violins. Beautiful. Oh. The oboes will be coming next.
Now I think it's obvious to know that Phil doesn't think fondly of Will. But I think the only thing he hates more than Will is the Turtles.
Congratulate you.
It's the same guys we fought last night.
You passed your test with flying colors. Your hairy little friend knows me as Oroku Saki. But you may call me the Shredder. What the devil happened? Where the devil are we?
The most I can say is that he's the funniest in one.
What perfect timing! I'm just about to destroy the turtles.
Oh, no, you don't. I want that pleasure to be all mine.
What are you saying?
I'm saying let them go. I have the robot now, and I intend to destroy them on national television.
I won't!
You
you will. Or I'll come looking for you in this thing.
You never let me have any fun.
The last thing I gotta say is he plays a classy villain and a cool uncle.
Well, gang, looks like it's back to the old pet shop for us.
Far from it. Tonight I dine on turtle soup.
With pillowy mounds of mashed potatoes.
Now, before we get to number one, let me put on some quick honorable mentions. The fact that these two have been on this show is always a nice thought. And for this dude, I always just wonder how you're going to say yes to this. Alright dudes, let's finally end this.
I have a right to know. Who am I? Am I friend?
Now, when making this video, it's always good to know which will be the best out of all the others. And with this one, it was an obvious click for me.
Thomas is a tank engine who lives at a big station on the island of Sodor. He's a cheeky little engine with 6 small wheels, a short stumpy funnel, a short stumpy boiler, and a short stumpy dome.
Words will not describe how great of a voice this is. First of all, you have Thomas and Friends, one of the clear definitions of slice of life cartoon. Besides the choices are completely down to earth show. You then have George Carlin, who while on the inside seems like a very good philosopher, on the outside he's a very vulgar person.
What time is it?
What time is it?
Do people bother you with that? People bug you all the time, come up to you asking you, what time is it? What time is it? Bothers me, man.
What time is it?
As though I personally am responsible for keeping time. I don't know. Who knows? I got one of these, but I don't know. Nobody knows what time it is. What time is it? All the calendars are different. Chinese, Hebrew, Western. Nobody knows when it is. It might be the middle of last week for all we know. When are we? We know where we are, but when are we? I don't know. Can't keep track. Time moves too fast. Give you an example. There's a moment coming. It's not here yet. It's still in the future. It's on the way. Here it comes. Here it is. It's good.
But with all that being said, he does the narrating job extraordinarily well. You feel that the voice is so soft, it feels so calm. And everything from his voice to his acting is amazing. He doesn't get excited to the point it might shock you, but on the other hand, he's not too monotone to the point it might bore you. This is one of the best Thomas narrators out there. There's really no one else better suited for the role, and I can honestly give him my number one spot.
Oh, yes, I like children.
You know what I say?
Said Edward.
Fuck the children. Fuck them. Fuck kids. They're getting entirely too much attention.
Anyway, dudes, thanks y'all for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if there was something you thought could have been on this list, check it out in the comments below. Anyways, I'll see you dudes next time. Suck you later.